Inflation in July accelerated further to 6.4% as prices of goods remain high. One economist, though, believes prices could stabilize by year-end. Death count from the magnitude 7 earthquake that struck northern Luzon has climbed to 11. And the Energy Department says a 1 to 2 peso rollback in pump prices is due next week. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Riza Diaz. More personalities visited the wake of former President Fidel V. Ramos. Faith Del Mundo is in Heritage Park in Taguig to give us an update. Faith, can you give us the latest on who paid visit to former President FVR today?
Yes, Riza, more government officials, diplomats, business leaders, and former members of Malacanang Press Corps paid their visit for the wake of former President Fidel V. Ramos today. As early in the morning, former ambassadors visited Ramos' wake here in Heritage Park. Irish Ambassador William Carlos and U.S. Ambassador Mary Kay Carlson also went. Bangko Sentral Deputy Governor Bernadette Romulo Puyat, National Museum Chair Lulu Arroyo Bernas, Senator Riza Ontiveros and civic leader Samira Gutok were also seen paying their last respect to FBR. Businessman Jaime Sobel de Ayala and his family also paid the visit. Former members of the Malacanang and Defense Press Corps and the Foreign Correspondents Association of the Philippines were also there. Former First Lady Amelita Ramos played the piano for her late husband. There is actually an ongoing memorial service and tributes for FBR will be shown later today. Meanwhile, visiting hours will end at 10 p.m. Tomorrow, veterans, members of the military, and other law enforcement agencies, the West Point Society, and the Rotary Club of Manila are scheduled to visit. Meanwhile, President Marcos has earlier declared July 31 to August 9 as a national period of mourning for Ramos. Riza, a state funeral with full military honors will be held on August 9 for former President Fidel V. Ramos. Riza?
Thanks for the update. That was Faith Del Mundo reporting live from Taguig. Now, the country's inflation accelerated to its fastest pace in nearly 4 years in July. Shaila Francisco with the details.
This karinderya in Quezon City increased their meal prices by 10 pesos to keep up with high commodity prices.
Kawawa naman kami. Walang nang pagtaas ng bilihin ngayon. Sobra. Sa mga customer na hindi nakakaintindi ng gano'ng kamahalan, parang hindi man sila namamalengke ng gano'n.
The Philippine Statistics Authority says higher prices in restaurants, cafes, and eateries contributed to the overall inflation in July, which zoomed to 6.4%, the fastest pace since October 2018. It is higher compared to the 6.1% in June and the 3.7% recorded in the same month last year. A closer look, however, shows that inflation in Metro Manila is down, mainly due to lower electricity and LPG costs. Overall, the recent back-to-back oil price rollbacks were not enough to temper the rise in prices of other commodities.
Mataas pa rin yung inflation rate doon year on year at pumasok na ngayon yung pag-increase sa jeepney fare na ito yung medyo malaki yung weight sa ating basket.
Amid high inflation rate, the PSA is also looking into the so-called shrinkflation. This is after some businesses were reported to be reducing the sizes of their product offers.
Yung concept ng shrinkflation ay makikita natin dito sa mga restaurants, cafeterias, ano. So dito natin tinitingnan and I instructed already our data collectors to also look at some observations.
Economist Michael Ricafort said this is one way for businesses to still keep their profit margins.
Pag tinaas mo yung presyo, syempre mata-turn off yung mga mamimili, di ba? Ano yan? Yung iba yung reaction pag makita mo na biglang tataas yung presyo. Yung burden, isi-share yung burden among the producers, sa mga negosyante, pati dito sa mga consumer, di ba? Sa general public. So, gano'n lang. Way lang naman talaga mabuti.
Ricafort says the high prices of goods could be temporary as costs of fuel and other raw materials have started to subside. Ricafort expects prices to stabilize by November this year. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
Death toll from the magnitude 7 earthquake that rocked northern Luzon has gone up to 11. According to the NDRRMC, 410 were injured while there are no more reports of missing persons. More than 50,000 people were displaced while over 30,000 houses across different regions were damaged. Damage to infrastructure is currently pegged at 1.3 billion pesos. More stories after this short break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. World-renowned choreographer Brian Puspos is now busy mentoring the next batch of P-pop idols in top class. MJ Marfori with the story.
Philippines is now halfway in discovering the next breed of P-pop stars through the hit talent search reality series Top Class. World-renowned choreographer Brian Puspos is among the proud mentors of the contestants.
It's been really humbling, and I've just been absorbing. I'm in this phase where I'm just being grateful and really appreciative of everything, of this opportunity. And yeah, seeing the trainees from day one to now and seeing them unfold and blossom has been also just a special treat. But yeah.
Brian, who has choreographed for BTS and Justin Bieber, has been based in the Philippines since June. He got his shot of fame after joining America's Best Dance Crew. And now that he's back in the Philippines, Brian shared that mentoring homegrown Pinoy talents has gotten him in high spirits. Brian is also excited to tie the knot with YouTuber Aja Dang in September.
She's over there back in LA,
my
wedding
gosh.
planning, being the bridezilla, but holding it down for the both of us.
You can catch Top Class every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. on TV5. For News 5, MJ Marfori, we are One News.
Now here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The Energy Department sees fuel price rollback up to 2 pesos next week. Gas prices could go down by more than 1 peso, while diesel prices could see a rollback of close to 2 pesos. Pre-trial proceedings on the ill-gotten wealth case against the Marcoses is set to continue on August 10. The Marcos camp told Sandigan Bayan that they will no longer enter new witnesses, but instead adopt the evidence earlier presented by their co-accused. And China has sanctioned U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her immediately family following her visit to Taiwan. China has called Pelosi's visit intrusive and has launched a series of large-scale military drills near Taiwan Strait in response. Now for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.